Chris and Suzy, in their way, in this time, are setting the expectation for the community going forward.
They are down to earth, wonderful, kind, giving, genuine people that you can relate to from the first minute you connect with them.
They're both incredibly welcoming, charming, kind, smart people. And I love that they've had a life together, literally a life together, since they were young teenagers.
Chris and Suzy DeWolf's first connection was in preschool at St. Paul's Methodist Church in Cedar Rapids. Their first date was in 6th grade. They dated on and off through high school and college. After a semester abroad together, they decided they were meant to be a team.
We kept coming back to one another. We did try to break up. We kept coming back to one another. I used to say it's either fate or a bad habit.
I would say that we're very similar and we complement each other incredibly well.
Though their individual family backgrounds were quite different growing up, they emerged into full adulthood and marriage with shared values and priorities. For both Suzy and Chris, their early mentors were their parents. And for both, the seeds of entrepreneurship were planted early.
I didn't really realize it growing up, but we were exposed to what entrepreneurship was on a daily basis. We were exposed to, what it means to run a business, what it means to take risk, and ultimately having the opportunity to create your own destiny. So I knew at a young age I wanted to be part of our family business.
One thing that I learned about relationships from my parents is, despite the fact that their marriage did not last, they prioritized their family and they made sure that their family was going to be raised in a cohesive, loving manner. Growing up in that type of circumstance really taught me resiliency, taught me grit, and that is clearly the type of skill sets and perspective that you need to be a successful entrepreneur.
Those seeds truly took root and grew when the couple purchased Suzy's parents' small but successful family business. That business started with a very simple but profound idea: immediate, on-the-go relief of physical ailments like headaches, medicine packaged for single use, little drugstore products. It took them a while to get on their feet and in control, but when they did, Suzy and Chris ran with it.
All from that simple little idea of, if you have a headache, you don't need 30, you need 2. It's a lot more than that, but that's the basic idea.
So you take that start, couple that with products in, automotive parts and, self-care products and health products now. And I can remember being with Chris, and I'm not sure where we were going. We walked into a convenience store and he said, there are over 300 products in this store that are the result of his company.
And this concept has now grown into a business that spans 180,000 retail locations throughout the United States and North America. It's spanned into a business that creates over $500 million in annual retail sales for this business. There's not a convenience store in this country that doesn't carry our products. So there are 150,000 convenience stores in the country, and they're all a customer of ours.
There have been other business successes too: new markets, expanded product lines, building up brands and selling them, exceptional philanthropy. But for Suzy and Chris, their greatest successes involve people and relationships, starting with each other and their family.
There's always a sense of caring. When we worked on a couple of M&A transactions, acquiring businesses, they always seem to think of their employees, about the community, about really doing right by the business, by the various stakeholders. And you don't usually see that kind of outward thinking, caring mindset in our line of business.
What they portray is joy, fun, love of one another, love of their community, love of their fellow human beings, and a desire to just make a difference.
When I think about Chris and Suzy together, 2 things come to mind. They live well and they love well. And living well to me is really appreciating and being grateful for all that's in front of you. And loving well is exactly that, loving each other, raising incredible children, and giving back to this community in a way that is just really trajectory changing.
Togetherness is truly a theme of Suzy and Chris DeWolf's lives, together with their family, together with their employees and associates, together with their beloved community of Cedar Rapids, and most importantly, together with each other. That's what they live for and the secret to their success, and why they're being honored together in this way.
We certainly have seen that at Mercy with the Hospice House, more recently with the evolution of the DeWolf Family Innovation Center for Aging and Dementia. When they undertake a project, a philanthropic project, the community joins them. And they join them because those two individuals together create such inspiration. It's just hard to say no.
They're never about, wanting to brag about any of it. It's just in a conversational way, something that makes them feel so good that you feel very good for them, and frankly gives you more of a sense of purpose for things you might want to do for yourself. So they emit that kind of an aura that's very uplifting. And that is a unique quality that you don't often find.
They are a package deal. Chris is Chris because of Suzy, and Suzy is Suzy because of Chris. They are a dynamo team, and I couldn't be more proud that they're sharing in an honor that I'm sure they'll both shy away from, but they both equally deserve.
Congratulations, Suzy and Chris DeWolf, on being laureates of the Junior Achievement of Eastern Iowa Business Hall of Fame.